I said, Carter, you should have stayed in your place. But hey, y'all, welcome back to another review with Life of Chess for the Bold and Beautiful October 28, 2024. Okay, y'all, so first thing first, let me know y'all thoughts on today's episode down below. Okay, I said, look, Carter. Should have stayed in your place. I said, he suggested one thing, and they already over here like, what was he thinking? This is our company. I think Eric was the one who says, there has to be something going on. I said, something. There has to be something going on. He said something, they said something else, but I didn't write it down. But yeah, Steffi feels like, basically, Carter is allowing Hope to get in his head. I said, you right. You are correct. But yeah, okay, on today's episode, so Carter and Hope got caught by Brooke. And y'all already know what was about to happen. They talking about some don't tell anybody, especially not Ridge. But okay, let me backtrack. So Brooke walked in on Carter and Hope. First she seen Carter, then, Hope raised up or whatever. She seen her too. She's like, what's going on? Y'all having a fling and all that. And then Hope was like, no, it's more than that. It's more than that or whatever. Then she was like, oh. But what got me, or one of the things that got me this episode, was the fact that Brooke called herself questioning Carter about Katie. And I was like, really? You of all people questioning somebody? But yeah, she was questioning him, talking about some, you was with my sister and all this. I said, this should not be a discussion you having after everything you don't deal with Bill. I said, this should be another topic that's off limits or whatever. But yeah, she was like, what about my sister? He was like, they've been over. Basically, he was saying, it never really started. I said, exactly. But we haven't even seen Katie and Bill had that conversation again or whatever. Just like we ain't seen, what's her name? Lee. We haven't seen her no more. Taylor or whatever. I'm guessing this whole week is about them finding out about Carter and Hope. I don't know if they actually is or not, but more than likely they're going to find out this week what's going on or what's not going on. Because technically nothing's going on except a lot of kissing. But yeah, she was questioning him. He was like, they've been over. It never really started and all that. I really care about Hope. Your daughter is the reason why I told basically his ideas. I said, you should have kept it to yourself. Because the way they talking, you would think they was like, this is our company. But they did bring up a good point because I spoke on this. Before about how sometimes when other people get involved, they end up voting you out and stuff. What was the show where I first learned about that? I think it was Empire, where they took over their company or whatever. And I said, I didn't know they could do that. I did not know that they could do that. But yeah, yeah, that's what Eric, Ridge, and Steph was talking about. They had a little meeting. I was waiting on them to tell Carter, they not gonna do it. Because the way they was talking, it's over with. Even Ridge was like, he wanted to know why now. Why has he suddenly had this idea or whatever? Steffi still feels some type of way about him bringing Ivan them in without running it by them. And just the way they talking, I was like, dog, Carter, you should have been quiet, sir. Because then they making a big deal about finding out why now or whatever. Then Steffi mentioned how Hope is more than likely getting in Carter's head. And I think they showed her on Friday's episode questioning Hope about what's going on with Carter or something like that. So I was like, okay, if they find out or when they find out about them and what they got going on, does this mean they can fire them or fire Carter or what? Can they do that? I don't know. But when they first showed Steffi now, she was asking Eric and Ridge if Carter has ever talked to them about his ideas, and they was like, no, this is the first they're hearing of it. But didn't he say last week how some years ago he presented an idea to them and they rejected it? I could have sworn he said that, but yeah, they was like, no, that's the first time they hearing of it. I think Steffi was the one who said he has mentioned something before. I think she was basically saying, he just said it in past and it wasn't something he just fully dwelled on. But yeah, I said, yeah, y'all done messed up. I said, but Carter looking at it as this is, I said, you gotta remember. You have to remember. You is not the owner. You is not, what did they say? I don't know if they said shareholder. I think they said they didn't want nobody involved because, it's going to get too complicated and everything. And I said, that's true. I said, they got valid points. But Stephanie had walked in at the end of the episode. She was like, what's going on here? He talking about some, it's business. She was like, oh, well, I want to hear this then. I said, Carter. But yeah, they was against the idea, basically. They was against the idea about expanding Force to Creation. I think Stephanie mentioned Hope for the Future again about how Carter keeps talking about Hope for the Future and everything. I said, yeah, they're going to find out. They definitely going to find out. I just want to know how they're going to react to it. But yeah, Eric was like, he thinks something's going on. There's more to the story. Carter's never, at first he was saying how, maybe they should cut back up on Hope for the future, but now he's suddenly on Hope's side. So they was basically trying to figure out, why is that or whatever. And I said, yeah, you're going to get caught slipping. You're going to get caught slipping. I said, again, I repeat, like Friday. If you want to keep something private, you don't do it in a public place at work. Right across the hall. I said, see, Stephanie should have been the one to gone on in that little storyline right then and there or whatever. But I think, I can't remember if Hope or Carter was the one. I think it might have been Hope that said, they grown. I think Brooke did too. She was like, y'all consent as adults, so why do you want to keep it a secret? And they was just talking about, how Stephanie's going to react. And, in regards to Hope for the future and all this other stuff. I said, please stop hyping this man head up. Because he, at the end of the day, COO or not, he's not. They keep saying how, it's a family company, it's our company and all this stuff. And I was like, see, you got to know your place. You got to know your place. Best friend went out the window then. Best friend went out the window. I mean, it should, because business and personal, two different things. Two different things. And if you overstepping, then you overstepping or whatever. And what's crazy, though, because I was saying, he just suggested one little idea. They were talking about, this is our company, which is true. But the way he was talking, it was like, you act like they got to listen to you or something like that. You act like they got to. They don't got to. But yeah, I think Brooke was asking them how serious things are between them. And they was like, they taking it slow. I had wrote down, I said, they seemed like they upset that Carter brought up the idea. I think they was just bothered by the fact that it came out of nowhere. But yeah, that's it, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts down below. Stay tuned for the next video. Until next time, this is how girls today and be safe.